So here we are again, back for another podcastle, which if anybody's watching this on YouTube rather than just listening to it, they may well, through the powers of detection, notice by the usage of a blanket that we may have lost our heating again.
Again? I mean, honestly, how many times can this thing go wrong?
I don't know.
It's just, I mean, it's not, I don't even think it's that old. And I mean, and it's properly serviced and everything, and needed another extra bit from somewhere.
Yeah, we thought it was that the fuel had run out, but no, there's still like 700 litres in there. That should be fine.
Yeah, although you do learn about these things, don't you? So if you have a tank that holds 6,000 litres, then there's water in fuel oil, and the water is heavier than the fuel oil. So the water goes to the bottom of the tank. This is so boring. and then when you look it up and go, well, how much water could there possibly be at the bottom of the tank? I'm boring myself. And it's about 10%. So it is about 600 litres.
So do you think we could or should get the water pumped out and start again? Because it doesn't feel right that there should be water sitting in there.
We can only do that at specific times. So that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, not right now.
Not right now, having
just filled it up again.
Just filled it up again.
Well, not filled it up.
Well, no.
Put a bit of a drop in.
Yeah.
It's not like we won the Euro Millions.
No, exactly. Yeah. We should hurry up and sort out that war so they can put the price of fuel down.
Yeah, that's all we're interested in. So we've had a fun morning this morning, haven't we?
We've had a really, really fun morning. The lady, her name is Gabrielle, who used to be a maid here many years ago. I love the way she describes her age. She is, it's a French word, which is je frôle.
What does that mean?
80 so it was sort of like, I don't know how you would translate it. It's sort of, like you just suddenly just
touching.
Like if somebody happened to I'm brushing past, or I'm brushing close to 80. It's something like that. There's that sort of feeling, which is really interesting.
I'm brushing past 21. I'm just it's quite a long brush, quite a long handle on the brush, but I'm still brushing.
No, you don't have to apply it to you, darling. Come on. Don't even think of applying it to me.
But it was really good. And she brought her granddaughter as well, who's 16. So the same age as she was when she worked here, which is a nice coincidence. Interesting. So we've done a whole thing on them today, which will hopefully be Friday's episode.
I hope so. I started putting it together, but it depends how complicated it gets, because she, inevitably, she was quite moved when she came in here, and just started talking, and I hadn't put a microphone on her yet, and I was going, oh, stop, shh, stop.
She was zooming around the house. I couldn't keep up with her.
Yeah, I mean, she walked through the door, and she put her bag down, and boom, she was gone. And I go, no, stop. No, we're not ready for you, madam.
Yeah, we had a meeting beforehand, like the shots we were going to do of like her walking through the door and and then realised, no, it's like zoom, she's in. Like, okay, we'll just try and keep up.
It was so funny. I didn't realise that she hadn't been here that long. It was more like a
summer job.
Summer holiday job, wasn't it, really?
Still interesting. Amazing how much you remembered, though, from
64 years ago.
Really, really interesting. So I hope we won't tell you too much about it.
No.
Because I want you to watch the episode, and it should be really interesting. So hopefully, I think that's going to be quite a complicated big edit, isn't it? Lots of talking, lots of subtitles.
No, lots of talking, lots of subtitles, and but definitely worth watching, I think.
Oh yeah, lovely. And the stuff that she was describing was it was fascinating. Absolutely.
Just extraordinary.
Well, maybe it's fascinating for us, but
No, it's fascinating because I mean, it's very much part of the history of this place, you know, and it's sort of like a window. It's sort of like time travel in a way. It's a window into comparatively recent past. So if you work it out, what was it? It was sort of 1960s, wasn't it?
Yeah, literally like 1960 or 61.
61, I think. And because 64 years ago, I'm 65. I was born in 59, so 1960. Yeah. Height of the Beatles, the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, I don't really think they really touched this corner of the Vendée.
No, I think
how much of an effect they would have.
No, I'm sure you're right, but that's my interpretation of that era.
Oh, that's a thing we need to do. That's what they say on podcasts. Is we need to do a deep dive. I need to do a deep dive.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Deep dive into what?
Deep dive into the 60s in France. What was the music?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It
may last all of 5 minutes.
I feel like a dinner party theme coming on.
Yeah. Well, actually, before I hit our list, but what I thought was so funny in our little short uncut about the Valentine's dinner that I cooked for you was halfway through. Well, it wasn't dinner, it was lunch.
It's a very late lunch.
It was a very late lunch, you're right. Okay, it was sort of halfway between the two.
Why is there a name for between breakfast and lunch is brunch, but between lunch and dinner?
What would you call it? Linner?
Linner. Yeah, we had a very nice linner.
It's not quite, it doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? What could you call it? Lunch and dinner linner? You could call it...
Answers. Yeah. Answers in the comments or on a postcard.
Yes, please. Suggestions would be very much appreciated. What did you say to me?
I don't know.
You said. So we were sitting there munching away, a nice uncher, and you said, "What would be your choice of food if you're on death row?"
I don't know where that came from, sorry.
No, I don't know. It worried me a little bit, but I was quite pleased I'd cooked all the food.
Hey, darling, try the special cake I baked you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A funny odour about it. And no, but I suddenly thought that would make a great dinner party theme, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. That could be expensive, though, because everybody's going to ask for, like, caviar and... gold-plated burger.
Of course. But then, no, maybe they all bring their own, like, one dish from their death row menu to share with everybody.
So they are going to have to edit their choices because, they're not going to want to bring caviar for everyone.
Oh, caviar. If I brought caviar, you get one little egg each. I hope you enjoy. Anyway, no, that just occurred to me. I thought that'd be quite a fun thing to do.
I think that would be a very fun thing to do. Well, when we have our dining room back from DIY hell, we can do a dinner party.
So should we hit our list?
Yeah,
then,
I've got another list as well, but we can do your list and then come back to my list.
Oh, okay.
What's on your list?
So my list, when we were the second episode where we were talking in the bathroom to be.
So this is
our suite.
So I guess we're sort of like split personality here because we do the podcastle on YouTube, but it also goes out on Spotify and other things as well. So
yes, you have to explain this. I keep forgetting this. Yes, you're absolutely right.
So if you're only listening to us, then you have to do some catching up and go and watch us on YouTube because then you'll see what we're up to DIY-wise.
That's difficult to say, isn't it? DIY-wise.
DIY-wise. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, so there was one point when you said something along the lines that we need to know, how do I measure the thickness of the wall? I said, well, we measure it. And then you said something like...
I got all my words muddled up, didn't I? How, what, the wall, where the wall...
How, what, the wall, where, yeah. And it just sounded to me in my head like, wherefore art thou? And then naturally fell into, the narrative of like, well, maybe this is the way that Shakespeare was writing his prose.
Obviously.
Well, yeah, come on. You know the way my brain works. And
you upset some people, though, didn't you?
And I upset some people, which is really odd because apparently my little jokey aside was taken as, so one person said, one person called CJ Walker said, well, that's one way to avoid actually answering. And then some other bloke said,
You were going to say something rude then, weren't you?
I was, but I held back. And some other bloke in England somewhere said, was it I sense mansplaining?
You're not a mansplainer. You're definitely not. You're not a mansplainer.
No, I respect.
Would you like me to explain what mansplaining is? Sorry.
I would actually. I've never really understood what it is. So the mere fact that I have no idea really what it means. No, I do know what it means.
I can attest to the fact that Lionel is not a mansplainer. Mainly because most of the time... No, that's going to be really rude.
What were you going to say then?
No, I wasn't.
Mainly because most of the time...
Anyway, moving on. Oh,
I think that was worse than mansplaining. Anyway. And then there was another comment on TikTok. You saw that, didn't you?
Yeah, saying that they were very peed off with you for this interaction. So I don't know. Maybe if people don't know us, they don't get our silliness. We're an acquired taste, I imagine.
Do you think so?
Yes.
What, like oysters?
Like oysters and, caviar for your last dinner.
Caviar for last dinner, yeah.
I don't know why I keep coming to caviar. I don't like caviar.
Do you not like caviar?
Well, I don't...
We haven't really done it properly, have we?
No, I just don't see what the fuss is all about.
Well,
It's fine, but I don't see why it's so expensive. I don't see why people think it's amazing.
You're really missing out. If you're not watching this, you're really missing out. The look on Claire's face was almost like she'd just eaten something disgusting.
Fine, it's edible, but I don't get
No, it's for me. It was my introduction to caviar. I won't go into it, but it was in the old East German bloc, Eastern Bloc, and we had some fantastic caviar. But you have caviar with a number of other bits like boiled egg, chopped up onion. Various different kinds of breads. I mean, a lot of people do blinis, which I think it was just, personally, I think it was horrible. But they had lots of sort of fantastic Eastern European breads that were really like rye and stuff like that. Really, really good. But the main driver behind this is the vodka.
Okay.
And so, between each mouthful, you have like a little vodka.
Yeah.
Which is now called shots, I believe. And then by the time you get to the end of your, very expensive tins of caviar, you don't really care. You just don't care. So there you go. So that was, why are we talking about
that? Because we are an acquired taste.
That's right, yes. Yeah. Yes, there was a quite nice comment from Ronnie Mensch, and I think she's the lady who is in Saskatchewan.
Yep.
And she keeps telling us that she, I don't know what you're complaining about it being cold. She has minus 35 degrees.
Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine.
I mean, they must have heating, surely.
I imagine so. Otherwise, I don't think we'd be hearing from her.
It's colder than it's colder than the freezer, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is way colder than the freezer.
That's cold. That is really, really cold.
Great advantage. You can turn your freezer off.
That's true. Just store your vodka outside.
See? Just come full circle. Lovely. Anyway, so she said that she was very pleased that we had decided in our suite to keep the floor, which is a beautiful
It is a really beautiful
floor. Really beautiful. And we only discovered it by putting up the old lino that was there. And the lino has protected lino has protected it beautifully. So we're going to keep that and not put underfloor heating.
Underfloor heating. Yeah. So I can sacrifice my dream of underfloor heating because the floor is just so pretty that it would just feel sacrilegious to rip that up and put some tiles.
Yeah, well, it would really, wouldn't it? I mean, sort of, and So will you do something from your list, Natalie?
From my list, so I guess, as we're talking about the ensuite again, which I hope we're not boring people with, but it does just show.
Well, we just started. I mean, short attention span if they're bored already.
No, I mean, we've done a couple of episodes on it. And as somebody commented, like, do you actually do any DIY or do you just talk about it?
No, we just talk about it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. People don't realise, well, people who've done something like this will realise there's an awful lot of planning involved. And if you don't do the planning, then you're going to end up in a muddle. You know, you have to do the planning.
And it's going to cost you a fortune.
Yeah, you have to get it all sorted out. So Derek the plumber was here the other day looking at the heating. And whilst he was here, we took him up to discuss the power tower shower. Wow.
It's your catchline.
It is my catchline. And so, we had a long conversation about water tanks in the loft and stuff like that. So it's looking like it might be possible.
No, it's not might be possible. It's definitely anything. Come on, let's be honest, right? Anything is possible, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it just depends, on the spondoolies.
It does depend on the spondoolies. I think, I saw a comment from Shima Ham about, what did she say? Champagne, something like champagne and caviar taste on a beer and crisps budget.
Yeah, thanks.
No, it's true. She's absolutely right.
Yeah, but you don't have to say it. I mean, you keep stuff like that to yourself, love. Quite frankly, I have to read you the comment that you were just referring to.
Yeah.
So it's, I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in podcasts about DIY at chateaus. I want to see it done. Wishing you the best.
Fair enough.
Sounds like a really angry Basil Fawlty to me.
I want to see it done. But unfortunately, it just doesn't happen every day. We can't.
Oh, and there was another one, which is, am I missing something? You do a lot of talking, but not much renovating. I'd just like to point something out. And that is that the title of our YouTube channel and our podcast, well, podcast is Podcastle, but our YouTube channel doesn't have the letters DIY in it. It is Our Château Life, which covers a multitude of subjects, which is, yes, doing the place up, but it includes what we eat, what we do, where we visit, the people we meet. It's all of that. It's everything. It's living in France. It's, I mean...
And it's a DIY as and when we can do it, but we just can't.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't do it every day.
Yeah.
We have to earn some money as well. We can't just spend our time just doing DIY.
Nah, don't need money.
Don't even speak for yourself, love. So we will get there. There will be more DIY. Talking of which I'm supposed to be doing. That brings me on to the subject of my sewing room, which got plastered last week.
So back at vodka again, aren't you?
Yes, I got plastered in my craft room.
The truth is revealed.
So it's looking really good. So I need to get in there. I was going to do that this afternoon, but now I'm cold and it's getting dark, so it might not happen later on. So I need to get in there and do some sanding, sand the woodwork down, and then I'll be ready for the first sort of what do they call it, a mist coat of paint on the walls, which is just watered down emulsion.
Yeah.
Just to just to get a first coat on before I go and get the colour.
Yeah. I'm very much looking forward to turning it into our Podcastle studio.
Not happening. We have plenty of other empty rooms that could become a Podcastle studio.
No, it's the perfect. There's no point going down that route, is there?
There is no point. This is not funny.
Neither is it funny nor intelligent. And I value certain bits of my anatomy. So there. Now there's. Yes, and we've been talking about this chap Matthew Potts. Mm-hmm. Who's an architect, American architect who's moved to France, and he's going to come and see us, and he's going to do drawings of the whole place.
The whole place, which will be brilliant.
He reckons he could do it in 2 days. I think it would take him a week.
You're going to be zooming around.
Yeah.
He's going to get his steps in.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be really interesting because I think obviously we know what the layout is, but to really understand it and the outbuildings and stuff like that, I think is actually going to be really, really useful. It means we can play around with some ideas. So, and a few people actually in the comments have been asking for plans, really, because they can't quite visualize.
Yeah, I mean, we have I sort of knocked up a quick plan, which actually I'm going to post on the...
we can post that on the YouTube.
Yes, we can, yeah. And so people can actually see like a proper plan of the bathroom. Well, yeah, it's not finished yet, but I mean, at least you can see the layout of it. That's the word I was looking for. But I thought this was quite a fun comment. This is relating to all of this, which is Cynthia Aguilar. And so starting with the architect to see what can and can't be done, and the expense of it is the best way to begin. And I agree, absolutely. I mean, it's sort of, I tend to feel that sort of doing things like this, only if you have to do anything even slightly structural, which we want to knock a hole through one of the walls, we need advice from somebody like him. She says, I've always wanted a bathroom big enough for a vanity unit with 2 sinks, so I don't have to look at nose and ear hair while I'm brushing my teeth. I think you need to have a word with your other half, love. Yeah, and then she says, a lot of marriages end over bathroom or kitchen renovation.
Well, some very fancy people have a bathroom each, don't they? Very, very wealthy types. They'll have whole his or hers bathrooms. Just separate bathrooms, completely separate.
Well, I suppose just because they can.
Because you can, I suppose, if you've got the space.
Got space. I know, but it just seems such a waste of time, doesn't it, really?
It does, but I mean, this place is big, but some places are really big, and I suppose you just sort of like,
I suppose it would mean that I'd have somewhere I could put all my different aftershaves. Exactly. And they're not called aftershaves anymore, are they? My daughter, who works in the perfume industry. Sorry, thank you. That lost word, fragrance industry.
Perfume anymore.
No, oh Lord. So whenever I call it aftershave, she tut-tuts. She goes, Daddy, it's not called aftershave anymore. Mainly because all these fragrances are, well, I suppose you can't say that either, unisex, can you? Because they're multi-sex. Because they're not specifically for
aftershave.
After shaving, yeah, exactly, yeah. So and I have an awful lot of it, don't I?
Well, I suppose it would mean that you could both design exactly what you wanted. Like if I wanted a dark bathroom and you wanted a light bathroom, then do what you like.
We'll just turn the light off.
But I think for now we'll just go with the one. That's fine.
I think that's an extremely good idea. So I thought that was very funny. She says, I've renovated 1 kitchen and 1 bathroom, and I'm now with my second husband.
Oh dear.
But love my renovated rooms. Cool, I bet that was a bit expensive, wasn't it?
The house, but not the husband.
Dear Lord. Oh my goodness me. Yes, that is
an expensive renovation.
Yeah.
I'd quite like to keep this husband, if that's all right, and the house.
Well, yeah, I rather hope so. We have quite a few. Well, actually. Just passing over there. No, it's only realised the importance of what you just said. No, I quite like you to keep this me as a husband. And we have this lady, Bewitched. Is it Bewitched? Yeah, Bewitched. Is she the one who used to go like that with her nose?
Yeah, probably.
And then there'd be magic.
And we could do with her help.
We could do with her help.
This place done in no time.
Especially with Euro Millions numbers would be quite useful. So she says, great visit with you two. What a great couple. Now, here's the solution to the bathroom. Just like Claire, I think she means just let Claire have everything that she wants and it will all go smoothly and you'll be so happy, Lionel. Much love from California to you two.
I like your thinking. I like the way this person thinks. I think this is excellent. Yes, just let me have everything I want and everything will be fine. Like
Bewitched, clearly completely deluded.
my new favourite person.
Yes.
On my side. Fantastic.
I don't have anybody on my side.
Oh.
Although I love I love this guy's Jerry. Yeah, Jerry from Carrie. He's obviously. Oh God, sorry. I'm sorry. I fell into Irish accent. Oh, that was what happened to me the other day, wasn't it?
Oh, you was getting your Irish and your Scottish confused the other day, weren't you?
Yeah, no, I stood in the shower and for some reason went into Northern Irish and got it off to a T. It was really good. But by the time I got into the bedroom, it had gone.
You came to show off and you were Scottish. What are you talking about? See, we do entertain ourselves. Even
we do.
If we're not filming, we do entertain ourselves.
I know, it seems crazy, isn't it? Yeah. So Jerry from Kerry says, and Lionel, please buy your missus a shower cap. You two are magic. Oh, that's brilliant. I love his comments.
That is like the cheapest solution to
It's definitely, yeah, exactly. And then there's his other one was, I'm laughing out loud here. Claire doesn't mind people seeing her sitting on the loo through the window, but not sitting on the loo, having a bath through the window, but doesn't want to see her on the loo when she's in the bath. What? How can she be on the loo and in the bath at the same time?
No, actually, your point. No, but I think that the thing is the window is so high up that I would be able to just poke my head out and see, but nobody's going to be able to see in because it's on the first floor and
we're on a sort of hill.
Yeah, and the only closest anybody else could get who's not within the house would be, how far away is the gate? 100 metres?
Yeah, no, it's a long way. There'd be a lot,
I mean, if they had the binoculars, maybe.
Drone.
Oh, drone.
Drone, you need to keep, yeah. You can buy those systems, can't you, that disable them, mainly used in Ukraine at the moment, but I mean...
Well, if we get super famous, we may need to think about this stuff. When we're sunbathing by the pool, watch out for the paparazzi.
You're welcome to stick a drone over to us. Stalkers. The drone might go... And yeah. Well, I've got a couple more comments, but oh yes, our wonderful piece about was that last week we did a thing about we did about men peeing on the side of the road.
Oh, that got a lot of responses.
Yeah.
And it turns out it's not just France, it's like the whole of Europe.
Yeah, so in essence it's we're the weird ones.
We're the weird ones, but somebody in America said you'd get arrested if you did that. So, indecent exposure, which is good. Good. So it's not just a French thing. There are lots of people saying, it's in Germany, it's in the Netherlands, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Not just
so we are the weird ones.
We are
the prudes.
Yeah, the English prudes. Disgusting. Disgusting. Maybe we should have one of those big water pistols in the car. And whenever you see someone peeing, you spray them with a water pistol, like you would with a cat if you'd want to get them off the furniture or something. Not that I'd try that with our cats, but...
Well, there are intrinsic problems with this, right? That first of all is that, if you've just got a water pistol, you'd have to get very close.
No, I mean those massive, super soaker.
Mega super soaker things. Oh, okay.
And just spray them with water.
There's not a story about this. The guy who invented that, and I may have the company wrong, but the guy who invented it. Has been awarded millions and millions and millions of dollars. I think it might be Hasbro, toy makers, who stole the idea and ran with it, and never paid him his patent fee or whatever it is, his IP, and he's just won his case.
Oh, good for him.
Which is fantastic, isn't it?
Oh, I need an idea that somebody could steal and then pay me millions.
Yeah. We'll work on that one.
That's a good way of getting the house.
I know, but I think we're talking whatever it is, 20, 25 years ago that it happened.
Okay. Quite like it done sooner than that.
Yes, so would I.
Can I do one?
Yes, darling.
So I did my paint stripping video, whatever it was, a little while ago. when I was trying to strip the paint off the various door bits.
Yeah, this is so interesting.
And it's been all the comments have been really, really helpful. So I tried using acetone, then I tried using paint stripper. And there's a problem in France, well, in the whole of Europe, is that you can't get the really horrible paint stripper anymore because there's a certain chemical that's
the really
bad.
good paint stripper.
The really good, horrible one, yeah. Because the chemical that worked has been banned, so now the paint strippers are just like rubbish. So I tried with both those methods, and it was just...
It's the same face you used earlier. Rubbish.
Rubbish. So I tried with both methods, and they were just, it was going to be in for a lot of hard work. And then people kept saying, get a crock pot. And first of all, I was like, what's a crock pot?
What's a crock pot?
So in English, it's a slow cooker. And it's absolutely...
So much more precise.
And it's absolutely brilliant. And it works. And it is magic. So I'm going to do a little update to my video. So you plonk all the metal bits in, and I put it on boil, bubble away overnight to make this sort of like revolting painty soup. And then the paint just peels off.
Oh, I never saw what it was like. Does it end up being like a painty soup?
It's disgusting.
Oh, really?
Disgusting.
Oh, wow.
And like rusty, painty, bleh.
So I wonder why is it not more generally known?
Lots of people said it on the comments. Loads of people said it. So maybe it's just me who didn't know it. But
so it's us again.
Yeah, it's us.
So it's like the peeing on the side of the road and crock pots.
Everybody else knew about the crock pots. It was just me that didn't. So it's brilliant. So then I found that it just needs a little bit of a wire brush to get the last of the paint off. And so to make my life easier, because I was using the wire brush and then I got a bit bored, I've bought one of those little mini polishing things from
Yeah, I've always wanted one of those.
So it's like a little handheld, rechargeable polishing thing. So I'll be able to get into all the nooks and crannies.
I've always wanted one of those. I don't know why, but I always have.
And it comes with like loads of attachments.
Yeah.
So that'll be really useful. So hopefully I can work on that. It should be here in a couple of days. So I can work on those at the weekend.
Well,
and then finally get them back on the doors so that we can actually close the doors, which will help with some of the drafts.
That'd be really nice, actually.
But yeah, so thank you to anybody that commented crockpot at me. I now know what a crock pot is.
It is an utter moment of brilliance because the sort of like the odour from those paint strippers is disgusting.
They're not good.
Yeah, I mean, really, really nasty.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Stuff.
can I just talk about somebody who keeps commenting called Day Night, and he or she says best wishes to you.
So best wishes to you.
But that's all he or she says. Best wishes to you, which is lovely, but I know nothing about you. I want to know more.
Where are you?
Where are you?
Where in the world are you? Please tell us.
So Day Night, who says best wishes a lot, it's charming and delightful, but we want to know where you are in the world. It would be very nice.
Have you done your list?
No, I've got loads.
You've got lots.
Yeah. So we have somebody called Folmo, maybe from Sweden. Folmo. Thank you. You really made me laugh. What about a photographic workshop? Only limited places and could stay at the chateau. Love the garden show idea. Can't wait for the next podcastle.
I love the garden show idea.
I do too.
Photography workshop idea. That's interesting.
It's interesting, isn't it? But I would, well, personally, you could do your landscape. You could talk about landscapes. I would talk about, I don't like I like just like taking pictures of people.
Yeah, you could do that.
And well, when we had our studio in London, taking pictures of children, which is so fantastic, actually. We produced some beautiful pictures.
Because we had quite a good time with the Chateau DIY crew that were filming us last week. Basically, we spent the whole time talking about cameras and camera equipment. Yes. It was really good fun to have somebody to talk about cameras with. Yeah,
it really was, wasn't it? It's extraordinary, wasn't it? Yeah. So we did that, and then the cameraman. Can I name him?
Yeah.
Yeah, JP. JP and Matt, and they were brilliant. They're both really excellent, actually. And JP and I are similar age, and so it's quite vintage visual-based businesses. And so I think in the end we were sort of like out-storying each other.
Yes.
It was getting ridiculous.
This one time I was doing this job. Oh, really? Well, this one time I was doing this. And there's like me and Matt sat there like drinking more tea and go, do you think we're going to get back to work at any point? Or should we just leave them
That time when I was in the White House in Washington, D.C. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that time I was, it was hysterical. It was really funny. I enjoyed that. It was great fun. They were really like great people.
It was really good. Really good.
Yeah, that was very entertaining. So I thought, somebody came up with a brilliant idea. Well, we have had this idea. We haven't done anything about it really. It was talking about the wine that we were drinking, and said, "Nice wine discovery. Thank you. Could be interesting to include a wine and cheese section in your vlog. Just a quick presentation of wine and cheese you like." So yes, we would.
We did a whole cheese episode once, didn't we, at the cheese shop? But I think
we did. Yeah.
I think we need a trip to the market to buy some cheese and do a little cheese tasting at home.
Cheese tasting. That would be really nice.
That would be nice.
And the wine thing.
We could have a cheese of the week.
Cheese of the week. Didn't you call me cheesy in our Valentine video?
You're my favourite cheese.
I'm your favourite cheese, that's right. I don't really know how to take that.
With love, Dad.
Oh, okay.
Take it with love. It's all good.
I think you're taking the mick. Now, I think this is really interesting. Life in a chateau versus our expectations.
Oh,
So like the reality of chateau ownership versus the dream.
I think you could get a whole episode out of that, couldn't you?
Well, you could, most definitely. But I mean, just like short, what would be like?
Reality versus a dream. So I guess the dream is that you're spending quite a lot of time flouncing around in pretty dresses, especially you, darling. Pretty dresses, having tea parties and things like that, or in the winter, doing what it looks like we're doing now, which is curled up by the fire, having a nice chat. But the reality of, I guess, yesterday when I was cleaning everywhere in preparation for Gabrielle's visit this morning, and I was just mopping all the floors, and it took me hours. It took me so long, and I was just like,
Yeah, it's a big place, isn't it? That is the real problem. It's a big place to keep clean.
If you just think, I'll just run around with the Hoover quickly, it takes a long time.
I think I mean, in all honesty, if you have a place like this, you actually need a cleaner.
Yeah, because you can't
to keep on top of it.
Especially with muddy this time of year with dogs with muddy paws and just everything. It's impossible to keep on top of.
Well, I can't wait to have that room that we want to build at the back of the chateau, which is like a boot room where the dogs can sit with a radiator between them, and they can dry off and be cleaned.
We're going to have a dedicated dog wash in there. We're going to build a proper dog shower. I've got a whole section on my Pinterest board of dog showers. Oh, yeah.
Dog showers?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing. Oh, it's a thing. But basically like a...
Oh, I see. So you're going to be allowed to get away with a dog shower, and the moment I mention a Tower Power shower, everybody jumps down my throat.
No, I think everybody will be on my side for the dog shower.
Yeah, it goes without saying.
It's basically just a shower at like waist height. So as if you were taking the dogs to like a grooming salon.
Oh, I see.
So they can just pop up. And then so I'm not doing my back in of like over the bath to wash them. They're at a sensible height.
You know, get something like because it'd be quite nice to have a bath type thing. Because the dog groomers, they do tend to have like baths and things like that.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Because that would be quite. But then I suppose you've got to lift them in, and that's boring.
Yeah. So the advantage of this is that they could some little steps to get themselves in and out, which would save my back.
Yeah. Well, I could help.
Oh, thank you.
I think a problem shared is a problem halved. So both of us could lift the dogs into the bath.
Both of us could lift the dogs in, and both of us could get muddy. You can get the lick in the face when you're trying to wash them.
So I was somebody mentioned that it would be quite interesting to hear some sort of never before told royal stories from my Yet again, my previous life.
Yeah.
And the one that really sprang to mind, which was so fun, it's not really, it's not really a royal story involving royals. It is involving royals, but it's not about. Well, yeah, it is. I'll tell the story, shall I?
Eventually. I'll go get a cup of tea and come back.
Many, many years ago, we used to, when the royals would holiday at Balmoral in Scotland, and nobody really understood why they always went to Scotland, right? I mean, you do really, because it was quiet and it was private and everything. But, why you would abandon London at the height of summer when it's like 23, 24 degrees and it's heavenly and wonderful, to go to Scotland when it's chucking it down with rain and freezing cold. I just don't understand. Anyway, because I and many others were royal photographers, we would go up there, and there was an event that would happen every summer called the Braemar Gathering in the town close to Balmoral called Ballater. And it was, tossing the caber and the various other things that they do. And of course, they are, they're Scots, right? So they're wearing kilts, right? Mm-hmm. And so the royals would sit down one side. So if you sort of imagine something resembling a football pitch, I suppose, they'd sit down one side in a protected, covered area. They'd be sitting side by side. There'd be the Queen, the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Charles, whoever, Princess Diana. They'd all be sitting in a line. And but directly in front of them were, I think it was like hay bales. And whilst the competitors were waiting their turn, they would sit on a hay bale. Mm-hmm. And of course, it is a renowned fact that Scottish gentlemen, do not wear anything under their kilt. I mean, like zero, mm-hmm. right? And it just so happened that this one quite elderly Scots gent wearing a kilt sat right bang in front of the Queen on his hay bale, and thereby revealing everything.
Really?
Yes, to the Queen, the Duke of Edinburgh.
Manspreading.
Oh, don't bring that. That word didn't exist then. Anyway, but what was so funny was that they all saw it, and they all were killing themselves laughing. And you had, like the Duke of Edinburgh was sort of hand in front of his mouth, was killing himself, like, and pointing. And I may remember this wrong, but it was like a nudge like this to the Queen, and just go, and it was just such a beautiful moment, real moment, watching them. One of the funniest things, and but of course, you see, at the time, because of our position, we didn't really know what they were laughing at. And it was only after the event that one of the royal detectives, their security, actually told us what they were all laughing about. And I think he put it, he was London. So he said, we were there. And then the old Scots bloke over there, he was showing them all his lunch. His lunch! What a great expression. Anyway, so that was my story. And
do you think he had no idea, or
no, he had no idea. He had. So I think he was quite elderly, but he was there, and they were killing themselves laughing.
Flashing the Queen and having no idea.
Yeah, no. Oh, what are you laughing for? So that was truly wonderful. So I don't know. Do you have anything else to talk about?
No, I think that's us for today. I think we need to take the dogs out for a run around.
Yeah.
In the cold and the wet.
Ugh,
yeah. And then maybe tomorrow I'll get on with some DIY. Because the fire is looking very nice. I think a couple more.
We have quite a lot to do because we've because we've started quite a lot, haven't we?
We've started a lot, and we need to make some progress before the TV crew come back. We need to have actually done something.
Yes, we don't know when they're coming back, do we?
No, I think that's up to us. We need to talk to them. But yes, we do need to actually have something look different when they come back, like we've done something.
Yes, we should. There's quite a lot of brick dust in the guest master bedroom at the moment.
Yes, there is quite a lot to do. Yes. That's our weekend gone then.
It's our weekend gone, yeah. So basically we've started cutting an enormous hole in a wall.
And then walked away and left it for 2 weeks. So...
Well, yeah, but it's stuff to do, darling.
Stuff to do, yeah. So we'll get back to it.
We will.
That's our weekend.
Yeah, we will. So we will leave it there then, boys and girls. And
thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, thank you very much for joining us. And we will speak to you, see you, not hear you, next week.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah. Any questions, comments, let us know, because we love hearing them.
Yes,
no matter how rude they are.
The ruder the better.
Oh, steady on.
Anyway, lots of love. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Bye.